Y'all, ignore how big my bun is. I am full on in crisis. Just got back from work and I'm looking at the bookshelves and I'm so unhappy. I'm like, do I get rid of the rainbow bookshelf finally? Is it time? Have I grown past it? But I love my rainbow. I don't know what to do. I have an exciting video for you, especially for y'all who like organization and summer vibes. We are going to organize the bookshelves because I have a summer book haul and I'm about to introduce you to all of those books in a second. But I did want to point out, for us rainbow bookshelf people, every single time you get a new book, you gotta figure out where it goes. So we're gonna play that fun game today, and I'm gonna share a lot of tricks with you about rainbow bookshelves because I know a lot of people say they want them or like the aesthetic of them, but when they do it, they don't really like it. I have tips for you, especially for y'all who have too many black books, including some summer vibes here. I did want to point out this cute little dress that I will link below because it is freaking adorable, and I'm trying to really have that summer essence. I will make sure to link her down below. She is cute, and I will also link down below Dossier, which I am collaborating with in this video. Not paid, they just sent it to me, and I really like them because, ooh, your girl's trying to feel girly this summer. Get a dress, put on some earrings, and get yourself some perfume and get that like little romance book, and you're ready for a little solo date at Barnes & Nobles and Starbucks. You know what I mean? Dossier has a catalog of luxury fragrances that their perfumes are inspired by, but you get to try them out for the fraction of the price. Yo, I don't want to say that I'm a broke girly, but I really am. So these prices come in clutch. Their perfumes start at $29. I'm honestly most surprised by this because it's very like adult woman scent, which as a girl who perpetually looks 15 but is actually 26 and will be turning 27, like always trying to elevate, you know? So I got powdery tobacco, which smells like vanilla, tobacco, and ginger. It is a great scent. Next scent, I can't get away from just really sweet scents. Okay, next one I got is floral marshmallow. Oh, so good. So we have scents of jasmine, vanilla. We got marshmallow, which gives a very sweet scent, but it has kind of a musky base note, which I love. So I will link those two fragrances down below so you can check them out. Highly recommend them if you want to elevate your fashion game. I think we tend to neglect perfume and jewelry, okay? Like, of course, getting a new fit is great, but when you walk by, when you're walking on your hot girl walk, okay, having a good scent and some banging jewelry, always good. Always good. If you don't believe me, check it out below. My little... Ignore me, I'm in a weird mood today. My blood sugar is running a little low. So I'm a little weird and I'm a little sweaty. Okay, let's get into this. Before we dive into our bookshelf organization, I'm gonna do a little summer book haul. I'm so excited. Most of them are romance books and adult fic because that's what I've been loving lately, and I'm here for it. I'm diving into my adult feminine energy. Ew, maybe we love it. I'm undecided. Here is the mom stack, honestly, for a book haul. I have done worse, and I'm very excited to share these books with you. Some of y'all might have seen me talk about these books in my last video where I was online shopping using an amazing website that I will link down below because we want to support indie bookstores. So I'm going to just power through these books. You've heard about me talk about a lot of them probably. First we have Take the Lead by Alexis Daria. This is a romance novel surrounding celebrities who are on a dancing show. So I'm really hoping this brings bring it on energy, but I also feel like I'm going to love this because I have read her previous book, You Had Me at Hola, which I thoroughly enjoyed. I really enjoy books that center around acting, actors, television tapings. That is a theme throughout a lot of these books because I want to make sure I'm grabbing romance books that I love. I've come to realize I'm a bit of a picky reader. No shade, no tea, we gotta pick what we want to read. So I want to make sure I buy the books that I'm going to like, and it really helps buying from tropes that I already know that I'm gonna like and having stories that center around things that I'm already passionate about. Next we have Zora Books' Her Happily Ever After. Love this. I'm getting love triangle vibes, which is one of my favorite tropes. I know, some of you guys love it, some of you guys hate it. Comment down below what's your favorite trope. Mine has to be a love triangle. I know, it gets me, only when it's done well, okay? I will say, when it's not done well and there's one party that is obviously superior than the other, it's boring, snooze fest. But I love a good love triangle or forced proximity. Those are my tropes. What are your favorite tropes? So this is a romance novel about a woman who is trying to save her bookstore. I'm gonna say I can't wait and that I'm very excited too often, so I'm trying to cut that out. Next book, which is more of an adult fic book, is Homebodies. This is all about a woman who had a job. I feel like it was in a media setting. She recently finds out that she is fired and replaced by another woman, and it is very much because of racism, and this woman decides to write a whole expose about it. I love that. And our main girl's a lesbian. Ooh, and I hope we see a lot of her relationship within the book, because I feel like we tend to never see just gay couples being gay in books. Like, we always see straight couples being straight. We never see gay people just happy and like dating and just doing their thing. So I'm really hoping that the romance in this is just very much present in the back side of the story, because I do want the expose and drama and tea to be at the front, okay? Okay. Next, we have Can't Let Her Go, which I purchased because it is about friends to lovers, which I really love. So these are two adult friends who are in a friend group, and after years, they're like, okay, maybe I like you. Ooh. Then I got Stiletto Sisterhood, my first Wattpad book ever. It's published by Wattpad Books. I don't know why, I've never read a Wattpad book and I'm kind of scared because I've heard really bad things about Wattpad books, but clearly this was published, so I feel like it has to be good, right? I picked this book up on a whim while browsing a bookstore, and I ended up reading 20 pages, 2 chapters, and I wanted to keep reading, so I was like, I have to buy this book. And then I really liked in the synopsis that this is a book about like girl power, and the author has a like blurb mentioning that, you know, she's chasing her dream. She never thought she'd be a published author, and here she is published, and that we should all chase our dreams. So I'm really hoping to see that energy within the sisterhood. I love that. So I'm hoping for some quirky romance, but I'm also mostly hoping for like a really cute platonic relationship. I love seeing that in books. So I have a book that I'm a little intimidated by, I will explain, but it is Next Year in Havana. It is a dual timeline book, timeline in Havana, Cuba in 1958, and there's a timeline in Miami in 2017. I'm a little intimidated by this because I am Cuban, and this book looks a little whitewashed. So I'm a little scared of the historical context through this. Is it going to be an Afro-Latinx mixed experience, or is it going to be the very stereotypical kind of whitewashed Cuban history that we tend to get across the world? You know, so I'm a little scared, but I'm gonna give this author a chance. My mom has read one of her books and really liked it, and she said it had great Cuban representation, so I'm excited for it. Just this cover isn't giving inclusivity to me, but I will give it a chance. This next book I bought because of the hype, and that is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I just wanted to read an Emily Henry book. I just wanted to form my own opinion on her writing, and I know her books are romance, but they do have a heavily inclination to like emotional, like I don't want to say trauma, but it goes deeper than just I'm in love and he's my best friend. It goes deeper than that. So it tends to lean more towards emotional romance is what I've heard from reviews of Emily Henry's books, which I think I'll like. I'm thinking I'm gonna like that. So kind of here for it, but I am going to form my own opinion, and then hopefully, I don't know, find a new favorite author. That'd be dope. Okay, these next few books aren't romance, but they are adult lit, and I'm so excited for them. Okay, we have Tomorrow, and Tomorrow, and Tomorrow. I like gaming. I grew up gaming with my siblings, so I feel like this is gonna be fun, and I do think it has a bit of a romance in here because I believe the two people who created this game that is super popular now have romantic tension. At least they have history. I know that for sure. So can't wait. I'm gonna vlog it. You're gonna see it. This next book, oh, I'm like like, you ever get so excited you just want to like smash things? Maybe like I'm giving Hulk energy right now, and I don't mean to. That might just be me. I'm just crazy. Okay, I have Small Worlds, which is, what is his name? Caleb Nelson's latest book. I really loved Open Water. I can't wait to read this. I know this is mostly going to be about faith and fatherhood. I believe the main protagonist wants to be a musician and his family kind of looks down on him for choosing that lifestyle. That is what I have kind of gauged from the synopsis and reading the first little bit of the chapter. But his writing style is so amazing. Definitely wouldn't recommend it if it is your first adult book and you don't like lyrical writing. It can be hard to get into. It's written in like second person, so it's a little harder to get into his writing style. But if you like lyrical writing and you haven't checked him out, if you like poetry, this is definitely the adult fic for you. Last, but certainly not least, we have Family Lore by Elizabeth Acevedo, her latest book, which is an adult fiction book. Obviously on my channel, I talk about our queen, Elizabeth Acevedo, all the time. She's written The Poet X and With the Fire on High, both just favorite books of mine. I have no idea what this book's about. There's a wake and the family realizes something. That's as much as I know. I want to know nothing going into it, so don't spoil it for me, okay? Please. Okay, now that we have done our book haul, it is time to tackle the ugly shelves. I don't mean to be mean. Oh, I guess I can be mean because technically they're not ugly. I organize them in an ugly way, so it is completely, entirely my fault. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to first show you all the things that I just don't like about my bookshelf right now, and in this video, I'm gonna fix it. First, I thought it would be cool to have these two bottom shelves be filled with like journals and comic books and art supplies, so that way I could easily access them, but I don't touch them at all. So I want to move them here to this top shelf, which again, I do not touch. It is ugly. I don't know what happened here. I have like the Spiderwick Chronicles. I have a Marvel anthology encyclopedia thing, which I love for not the aesthetic, but for me as a Marvel fan. I have my Snow Globes. I have this beautiful black Comic Returns. It's like a giant illustrated book, and I really like wish I looked through that more. Then I have a bunch of ugly textbooks. Pretty ugly, and it deserves better. The last thing I really would like to change is I want to put all of my black books towards the bottom like I usually used to have in my previous rainbow shelf tours, you may have noticed. So I want the rainbow to start with white and then go into like red, pinks, oranges, and then, you know, all the way down. But first, here is a tip. If you want to start your rainbow shelf and you have too many black books, which happens often. Don't you love like this tripod is almost my height? Isn't that fun? Okay, so say you're dealing with some mishmash colored books. So like these books I just hauled. I have, you know, maybe a few pink, few orange. So let's grab some black books, and all you gotta do is put them in between. So this creates the illusion of color, but also helping you get rid of a lot of those darker colored books, because you know, black isn't as aesthetically pleasing as we would like maybe on a rainbow shelf. So that is my best tip to kind of getting rid of some of your black books. Now I'm gonna do the thing I haven't been wanting to do, which is to pull off books from my shelf and organize them by color here. Highly recommend it, because on the bookshelf it just takes a lot of work to put them on and off the shelf. So pull all your pink books, put a stack here, and then I'll show you how to make them pretty. More tips coming. Okay, here we have all my yellow books, and here is another tip. So when you're organizing by color, I highly recommend you do it by tone. So I have some like neon yellows, and I try and keep all of those together, and then my more paler yellows, I keep those together, and then I try and fade into a color that will transition well. So this yellow is pretty orangey, same with the book next to it, so it transitions smoothly into orange. So definitely it helps it make it look better, because see, if I didn't keep the tones together, let me switch it up, let me show you. Okay, quick little switcheroo. So now you can kind of see these are all technically yellow, but they just don't match so well. So definitely spend some time, be like, I think this yellow looks closer to like this yellow. So now let's make a bunch of stacks. Okay, this is my stack of pink books. None of them really look very, they don't really look good together. So I'm happy to have more pinks to help make the pink stand out more. Have y'all seen my pretty jewelry holder? I'll link it down below. I think it's so cute. Oh my god. Okay, peeps, it's taking way too long making stacks on my bed, so I'm just gonna go ham and make stacks on the floor and start moving things on my shelves. Let's go. I'm not loving it. Oh no. Okay, I'm just moving on to this red shelf because I don't know what to do with the pinks and the reds just yet, so I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not mad at this. Okay, now we've come to the issue that I knew was gonna come, where we have kind of two awkward shelves that aren't full. So I do have to go back and just shuffle books around and face books out. I think that's gonna be the best way to kind of fix this. I'm honestly not loving what I'm doing. This is my sad face because I thought I could finish this in one go. One go. I thought I was like, you know, I'm a genius. I've had rainbow bookshelves for so long. I could do this. No, I lied to myself. Y'all, ignore how big my bun is. I am full on in crisis. Just got back from work and I'm looking at the bookshelves and I'm so unhappy. I'm like, do I get rid of the rainbow bookshelf finally? Is it time? Have I grown past it? But I love my rainbow. I don't know what to do.
Hello friends, this is Editing Jess. So this is the part of the video where I just focused. I honed in. I was like, I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna love my bookshelves. So I spent so much time this day just playing around with book placement, playing around with the colors, and really just trying to vibe with this shelf because I feel like I was just struggling really hard the night before. And I think it was probably because I was trying to just do it very quickly, which I don't recommend. I think you gotta spend some time and a few days, honestly, like, oh, let me move this around, let me move that around. Like, obviously, don't do that for like months and months and months. You want to be happy with what you have. And, you know, it was just a tough time. I feel like rainbow bookshelves are easier when you have lots of books. And as you guys know, I have been unhauling like a fiend. I only want to keep books that I love on my shelves, and I don't want to collect books just for the aesthetic of having bright colors. So here I am going in and just playing with stacks, playing with like, you know, vertical versus horizontal. I also started hiding a lot of the not so pretty books behind prettier books. I also recommend that, man. That's such a good tip. If you have a pretty cover, put that girl in front, okay? She's pretty for a reason. She gotta help hide those really not so pretty books. And then here I got inspired by a few photos I saw on Pinterest. I really like the idea of having a series shelf. Eventually I want to have like my own like series shelf of all my favorite books. So I was like playing with this idea, and again, I didn't stop to talk at all during this part of the video because I was focused. I was like, I need to put all of my little two brain cells together to make this shelf something that I will really, really love. So yeah, I'm just playing around with everything, and I'm actually very close to finishing. So let me get ready to do the tour with you. If you want a bookshelf tour, stay tuned. Keep listening.
Okay, after many hours of reorganizing, I have come to love
what I've done. You've seen a little peek. I'm gonna add some final touches, and I'm gonna do a little bookshelf tour. And I think the last tip while I do these final touches, my last tip for bookshelf organization is to really stop messing with it. Leave it alone. Let it lie. Things will never be just perfect. But when you distance yourself from it, you can see the beauty within, you know, its flaws, and in its beauty. You can actually see the full picture of it when you're not so close to it. So take a step back, take a few days, take a few hours, just don't work on it, because they're books and they're going to be beautiful no matter what. And just remind yourself that. Yeah, I think sometimes the perfectionist in me is just never happy. So I'm trying to calm her down by simply accepting that what I have is a beautiful collection, and I can pick it apart till the day I die. But let's not do that anymore. Let's have fun. Let's enjoy the things, because I do think after taking a day and a few hours, I really love what I've come to put together. Okay, let's do a quick tour. I honestly love everything about this. This is giving me life, so you might be able to tell. The middle shelf is not a rainbow. I am playing around with this new concept series shelf of books that I love or just think are super beautiful. Eventually, I'd like it to be separate from my full bookshelf because I do like rainbow. Let's show you around. Biggest change, like I said, all the black books are here at the bottom. I have books facing out. I have stacks now. So yeah, I think it turned out beautiful, and the top shelf is finally semi-decorated. The best I literally could do. I have textbooks, comic books, a big illustration book, some snow globes, old journals that I won't need access to because I'm short, for reference, on my tippy toes right now, and more snow globes, and a Spiderwick Chronicles series is back there. Moving down, we have the first shelf, which is the white and red books. I'll start over here. Favorite series, An Ember in the Ashes. We love. I thought this cover was just so beautiful. Have I read the book? No, but that's okay. The view was exhausting. I just think it's a very dynamic cover. It's like a photograph. It's blurred, and I'm really excited to read this. I think it's gonna be like Evelyn Hugo, so I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, then we have more white books, and then it goes slowly into the pink books. I don't have too many pink books. I do have a pink candle here and a cute little snow globe I got from Paris, which I was considering a long time ago coloring in black because I didn't like pink at the time, but now your girl is a Barbie girl. I love me some pink, okay? We got red books, and then we have Elizabeth Acevedo. I had to display one or two of her books, or all of them, honestly. I love her so much. This is probably actually my favorite Elizabeth Acevedo book. Not gonna lie. If you haven't read it, check it out. Okay, moving on to yellow, orange, and a tinge bit of red. So some of my shelving is gonna be a little ghetto because it's just not perfect. A lot of books aren't going to look good together. So hiding a bunch of books, mixed matched red books that don't look good with anything. So I'm just kind of hiding them behind this cute little photograph or painting my best friend made. And then I have this stunning cover. Again, haven't read the book? No, but I'm going to, hopefully. But I do love Beautiful Black Woman. It's orange, but yeah, you may notice big gaping hole. So I wanted to display a book for sure on this shelf, pick a pretty cover and display it, but she doesn't really fit perfectly, but that's okay. Again, accepting my imperfections and thinking them to be beautiful, because you know what, that's life for you. Because look, when you pull back, she's cute. It's a moment. And then I have a cute little orange stack here. Most of these books I actually haven't read. I have to read a couple of these. I'm excited to read some of the romances in that stack. Just finished this one. If you haven't seen the video, go watch it. We got some orange into the yellows. Oh, my favorite sections. So beautiful. And this one, for the most part, all the books are standing up, which I personally really like. But then I decided to go rogue and do the Assassin's Apprentice books like this. And they're just so pretty. And I also really like this. I got it at the dollar store ages ago. It says welcome. It reminds me of like Lord of the Rings, but it also kind of feels like a Narnia door for some reason. I love that. And then I have a yellow candle and just some cute pins that I got of Moana and Stitch. Some more Hawaii vibes casually poured into my bookshelves, Miss in Hawaii. And then I also have a tin can that's a candle and a little fake plant too. And then let's move down to this series shelf. This one excites me so much because we have my favorite series, Red Queen. The one thing that I truly love about this series is just, stunning. Okay, I might actually just display it like this because it's just so, I love the gradient. Okay, wait. So, pause. I need to fix this. Okay, I'm kind of liking it. I'm thinking I'm gonna need something right here and then something behind. Again, I could always switch things up for like eons and centuries to come. So I'm just gonna leave it for now. But I put all my Nintendo Switch games here and I have my Switch here. But I just love the gradient of the series. I think it's such a beautiful, it's so pretty. I can't stand it. And then I have another Elizabeth Acevedo book here displayed. Oh, fun fact about the Red Queen series on the back of my Switch. Oh yeah, we got the bloody crown. And I am a Marvel girly, so we had to put proof that Tony Stark has a heart on here. So we love that. I have this beautiful books kind of hidden back here. We have Fourth Wing, which is, I know, blowing up on the internet. But yeah, it's just such a pretty book. So I did want to display the spine out, but I didn't know really where to put her. So she's casually on my favorites shelf. So we'll see if I like her enough to keep her by my favorites. Next, we have the Last Magician series, which I really love. And we still have more books coming in this series, which excites me to no end. But yeah, I just love them so much. I kind of angled them in a fun way, which I kind of like. And then I have my first time ever on set for Jurassic World. I was a featured extra. I like to keep that there on my bookshelf as a memento. We have more series. Haven't actually read this series, but it's such a pretty series. I had to display it. Eventually I will read it. Very soon, hopefully. As soon as I finish catching up on all these other series. Most of these I just have like one last book to catch up on. Like the Black Witch Chronicles, because I still have to read Demon Tide. Look at that bookmark there. I got 50 pages in and abandoned it. So sad. Luckily now I can display my beautiful perfumes too. Moving on to the rest of the shelves, we have our green shelf over here. Fangirl is definitely a favorite book of mine. I have Small Worlds displayed. I'm so excited to read this, but it's hiding how these books are not very cohesive. But you know what? It's a stunning cover. We love her. Okay, and then we have a Melanin Squad here pin, which we love. Another perfume. We got more books over here. Again, this one is a stunning cover. It is hiding the not so stunning covers. That's definitely a good tip. Hide those ugly covers with beautiful ones. But yeah, I love this shelf. Oh, and then I have a cute little painting of Kiki's cat on the brick wall that I made. And my favorite snow globe of all time, the Hawaii one. I got this one when I first went to college because I thought I would never go back to Hawaii, to be honest. But now I regularly go back to visit my parents since they've moved back to the island. And this is like sand literally from Hawaii that I got from my senior class. It's kind of like a going away gift from one of the teachers to all the students. Second to last shelf, we have some black, purple, brown, and some icy blues. The theme is the book on the outside is covering the ugly books on the inside. So see, all these nice colored books in the same tones. And then we have these random mismatched books that I just couldn't get to match these. So we're hiding them, even though I'm sure I love most of those books back there that are being hidden. I get to now face out Piecing You Together, which is like one of my favorite all-time books. Same with like American Panda, some really good YA books. And I did this cool moment with my brown books. I don't have too many brown books, but I just made a stack. And I think it helps kind of separate the colors. This stack is a lovely, pleasant surprise, to be honest. Very happy about it. Then we have some purple books, and then we get into some miscellaneous black books and some like more grayish toned books. I definitely will say a favorite over here is Isla and Kai. I also love Black Rose Must Be Magic. Okay, and lastly we have the black shelf. Let's see. These are mostly paperbacks, and these are mostly hardcovers. So yeah. Things I could shout out on this shelf is probably Dear Martin by Nick Stone, a literal favorite. The Love Boat books, a fave as well. Yeah, just a lot of fun books. Over here we have a jar of bookmarks that I have. And then we have this Turd and Stitch. They're just plushies that I got from my mom a long time ago that I love to just display on my shelf. And another jar with like scissors and pens. So yeah. That is my bookshelf. We did it. We did it. I'm so excited. She's so cute. The last and final touch is my Snackles plushie down here. Ta-da! Yeah, she's always reading down there. That will be it for today's video.